You have a lot of things going for you that consider the other side where you're like 98% of every other speaker who calls up and shows them bio and all that and says, yeah, my charge is $2,500 for the 2 hours and this is what I talk about. Versus you. Who would you take? Of course. All right. Again, there's no guarantees written in stone, but that. Now, what do you do firstly if they don't let you do a full-on sales offer? Well, you use a low-key approach. What kind of approach? What does that mean? Lots of seeding. Lots of what? Seeding. Lots of seeding. Talk about the program, then say if you're interested, you can put your business card in the jar, and we'll get you information on it or give you a special offer for it. Also, the other way is you can do a what? What do we do? A draw. A draw is fantastic. They'll love that. Do a draw. You know how to do that now. Talk about the prize, and again, if you didn't win, you can still take advantage of the special offer by da-da-da-da. Yes? Also, you can ask if you can give away, what's the words? A free subscription to your e-zine, or a free subscription to your newsletter, or a free report to everyone, or a free coaching session to every one of your members. What do they usually say? Yeah, because you're going to give it in their name too. See, John and I were speaking about this, and he talked about it, and he wanted to make sure that you guys were able to really make dramatic moves in your lives. So what we've talked about here, and I've agreed to do for you, based on his discussions and based on what he wants for you, is I'm going to give a free coaching session on da-da-da to every single person in this audience. Give it a hand. Good or good? Wouldn't that be good? Yes? All right. So what do? Please hand out the coaching forms. They hand out the coaching forms. And then they send it in. And then here's your phone number. And you're going to give them a coaching session. Now, if you're a coach, is this good or is this good? Yeah, you're going to spend a month coaching for free. And after that, you got 28 new clients. What else do you want? You know, someone just give you a gold mine or something, or what? Right? Or you're a chiropractor. Or you're gonna do, you know, a complete consultation and adjustment, whatever, gratis for every person in here. Don't be afraid to be outrageous at the top. You understand that? Yeah. Don't be afraid to give it away. People are really afraid to do that. Or you're gonna give them a free teleclass. A free what? Free teleclass, whatever it is. All right, and then you hand out the order forms, they fill it out, now you've got their database. Then you might do an emailer to them or whatever you've got going for them. Now, what do you offer at the end of your talk or whatever you're doing there? What do you offer? You can start with you can start by offering other people's products. Yes or no? Yes. That's a start. But it's a start, but it's not the best thing to do. What is the absolute best thing you can offer from that half hour, 1 hour talk, 45-minute talk, 20-minute talk, whatever you got? What's the best thing you can offer? A 1-day workshop, a 1-day seminar. Why is that the best? Let me show you how this works. Okay, this is going to ring in your ears for the next 50 years. Get ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Give somebody a high five and ask them, are you ready? All right, here we go. So, the idea, watch how this system works now. See that room? That's a room filled with people, or a phone line filled with people. Yes? Yeah. All right, good. So, that's their room. And then, are you only going to do this once, by the way? No. As many times as you can. All right. That's their room, right? Full of people, yes? And you're excellent at marketing from the stage, yes? So watch. So those are filled rooms, yes? You have an empty room. You have an empty room, right? There's nobody in your seminar. So you go to their filled rooms, and the goal is to move some people from their filled rooms into your empty room. See? And now, who has a filled room? Good. So watch this. Their room, their room, their room, their room, their room, my room. My room, my room, my room, my room, my room. Now, this is a song. Are you ready? We are going to do this together. Their room, their room, their room, their room, their room, my room. My room, my room, my room, my room, my room. Even though you know what we've been talking about, do they know what we've been talking about? No. Do they have any clue of what's going to happen once they're in my room? No. They have no idea about all of the money right there. No idea. And that's not what we're going to be offering up to them originally, right? Although we do, but that's because we know that game. So, here's the deal. You start, now there's a lot of ways to do seminars. I'll tell you right now, you can do any other way you want, and it won't come close to this. Because if you are good for marketing from the stage, that is the best marketing right there. You can't get better than this, right? We talk about that. And the only people who can't or don't do it this way are people, again, who can't, or they don't like training, or they don't like personal contact, or they don't enjoy teaching, or they don't enjoy speaking in public, or they look geeky, or they're very freaky, or whatever. There's people who or they're high-tech people and they don't do live. They don't want that. But you wouldn't probably be in this room if you weren't okay with that. And it is the most effective way. Not always the most efficient, but the most effective. And dollar for dollar, person to person, it's by far the most effective. You can do okay on teleclasses, but there's a difference between teleclasses, where they're all over the nation, and right here. Yes or no? Still a difference. You could do it by emails or by full direct mails. Yes? Yeah. Go ahead and get it opened. And if it's open, where's the time to read it? And if they read it, how are you going to get them to act? There's no emotion. There's no... Yes? It's not even close. So the best situation is if you can get in front of people in someone else's room where somebody else paid for them and arranged for them to be there instead of you. Now, you might think, again, for some of you who aren't clear with this, you might think, like, I'll give you examples of people who are reverting back to this, including me. So here's the deal. We don't need to make a lot of money right over here, do we? This is the top of our funnel, right? So all of our money comes here. Then we have products over here and a coaching program over there and the retreat down here and all kinds of stuff, right? But the point is that all we have to do is get them in hooked with us. And hopefully they like us. And then they continue with us. Now the first people in the first group, they don't have a clue, as I said, what's going to happen down here. Here's the issue. What's the beautiful thing about getting them into your room? Why can't you do the same thing from their room? Because it's their room. In their room, it's their rules. However, once they come into my room, it's my rules. My course, my rules. I choose how much, how little I want to offer, what I want to sell for, and everything after that. I don't have to be hampered in any way, shape, or form by who they are and what they do. Doesn't matter anymore. Got it? Got it. So you play their game up here, but once they're here, it's now your game. So in your one-day seminar, at lunchtime, you're going to offer your first thing. It might be a product, or it might be a coaching session or coaching system or something like that. And at dinner time, before they leave, at the end, you're going to offer your 2-day workshop. This was $97 or whatever it was, and this 2-day is $397, $597, $795, whatever you want. So let me ask you a simple question. Does this work? Yes. Do you recognize it? Yes. Who does this? I do. Who else does it? Oh, a lot of the major big boys. And you do. The big thing that you have that no one else has or hardly anyone else has is this. And because you have this, everything changes up here. Don't forget, what do I have up here? When you come into my room now, it wasn't always like this. When you come into my room now, how much is it to get into my first room? At this point in time, it's you have VIP. We don't use the word free. It's VIP complimentary, right? VIP complimentary to get into a 3-day program. My God. Why can I do that? Because I got my room, 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 my room. Got it? Yes or no? Yes. Let's move on here. Here's our template for success. Let's all read it together. I want to hear from everybody. Let's go. Number 1. Create a 30-minute and a 1-hour talk. Can par up or down if necessary. Do you understand that so far? Okay, good. Number 2. Create a 1-day seminar. Lots of written exercises, partner shares, clash. Those are short form for PS, CS, partner share, clash. You're not going to write partner share in your notes every time, right? PS, CS, right? Now, and WE is written exercise. Step 3, what? Find places with your target audience to give talks for free. Could even be by teleclass too. Now, step 4 is what? Offer your 1-day program at your free talk. Step 5. Create a 2-day workshop. Step 6. Create or find tape or CD products. Step 7. Create an ongoing monthly coaching or contingency similar to success tracks, for example. Now, it says so. That's right. So you've got to create these things basically, or outline them, or whatever, prior to your 1 day being delivered. Yes? Why? So you can what? Offer them. Yes. Now, or you can just outline it. At least you have the title or something. Okay. Next one. Offer your products, your 2-day workshop, and your continuously program at your 1 day. Number 9. Keep producing new products and programs for your audience until you and your students are rich, however you define it. Number 10, have fun. Give a round of applause. Now, you can do it any other way you want. And I'll tell you this, you'll always come back to this in the end. You'll try it. Go ahead. I want you to try it. Go do it every other way. Do the email blasts, do the teleclasses, and fill people up with your, get people to come to your room without going out to people's rooms and stuff. Just do that. Just do that for a while. And now you have an alternative. How's that, okay? Because you'll see, everyone who's in this business and knows how to sell from the stage, either they learn how to sell from the stage or they do it this way, because this is where the most money is the fastest. Got it? And getting them through their funnel. So marketing yourself to the group. So in other words, how do you get in front of the group? That's important, yes? There's a few pieces you need. Number 1, you can have phone calls. What are they? Phone calls to the group leader. Introduce yourself and your talk, tell them what you want to do, and that whole thing. That works pretty good. The other possibility is if you have support material, like if you have a book or you have anything that you've written or anything you've done, that's a good thing to send along with it. Number 2 is you've got to have a course description and bio. What's the words? Page 18 is a course description template. It's a little similar, if you notice, to a marketing description. Just fill in the blank over there. And the other one here is referrals. What's the word? From one group leader or conference leader to the next. By the way, those are very important. Because when even myself, when I go and try and get into a conference, if they haven't heard of me, it's like, who the hell are you, right? And you're going to have the same issue as me. And so if you want to get yourself some exposure, and the best thing you can do though is get referrals. Get what? So one of the deals is, if I'm going to speak in front of a group, I say, look, if you like what I do and the group is really, really empowered and really feels it was worthwhile, would you be willing to give me a little testimonial and a referral to some other conferences or groups that you think might work for you? Yeah? And they all go, yeah, sure, of course, right? And generally it's the same deal. I just had one of our trainers call me for can you write me a little testimonial letter? And what did I say to him? No. What did I say? I said the same thing everybody thinks, but I said it. I don't have any time. Write it. Send it to me. I'll edit it. True or true? Yeah. That's how you get testimonies for your book, for anything else. Look, I know you're busy, so I'll write a couple of testimonials, or I'll write one that I think maybe you'd be great. Well, if you could say this about me, and if you didn't, then just edit it out. Take it out. Take your pen and cross it. Every word you want. The people who don't have time to write in the first place, do they have time to edit it? Maybe. I don't. I read it and went, it's pretty good. Here, click back, reply, fine. Go ahead, use it. Got it? Yeah. All right, so you can write the testimonial letter for them and say, would you mind editing this, and just hit reply. Got it? Yes or no? Yeah. Yes or no? Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, also, this is really important. After you do your talk, what you do is you seed. What's the word? Seed. You seed that you are willing to do other groups. When you seed that, you will find, not always, it's not a science, but it is an art, sometimes many, many people will come to you from that group, and they'll say, I have a group you can talk to, I have a group you can talk to. Can you talk to the ladies auxiliary, da-da-da? We'd love to have you over there. True or true? Yeah. So seed it. What's the word? Seed it. Say, yeah, just say, so in the same way that I'd love to support you, I'd love to get this message out to more people. If you know of any other groups that you think will be assisted by this message, please see me right after and let me know. Yeah, people are coming up. Can you talk to them? Yeah, I'm talking to them. Yes? There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Good or good? Yeah. You say high five and say, this makes sense to me. Okay. In your binder, look at page 18. That's the template for your course description. The next page is an example of what a course description could look like. Same with the page after that. Here's a little nothing quickie type of deal where I taught at CAPS or something. It was a speaking group. Just a little ditty on marketing from the stage. T.R. Vecker, yada, yada, page 19. Live in person. Marketing from the stage, how to double your income every time you speak, yada, yada, yada. See, look at that. What's the first line? Most speakers don't utilize their assets to the fullest. Either they don't produce and market back-end products, or they market themselves ineffectively. That's what? A problem. Always start with the problem. Here's the bio, yada, yada, yada. Now, of course, I have another example of a course description and life directions. The next is my newer bio example. That's one I put out to make myself look good to people who don't know me. And thank you. I want to give you one quickie tip on the bio. Can I do that real quick? Well, I have it. This is something that most people don't recognize. I didn't do it much in here, but I will be doing it shortly. I do it a little bit in here. The most important part of the bio is going to be your credibility, right? Yes or no? But the credibility that you can really hook people with is your story. Your story. That part of your ETR that tells them how you got into this, if you can get that into your bio, you have a much better bio. I'm just giving you that right now.